So I've had this bad boy around about a couple of weeks now. I've taken it on 3 flights, and all 3 flights have been a little bit or quite eventful, especially for a new pilot like me. And when I was researching getting the Mini 2, I probably didn't research it enough, and this is quite a common problem, what I'm going to talk about, having done research since. Because of course I was looking at range test videos of the specs, and I was being seduced by the amazing specs that this thing has for its price point. And I almost wish that I'd looked on the dirty side of it, really, about what the common problems are. So I've taken it on 3 flights. The first flight, on its maiden voyage, I lost connection straight away, or probably within about 3 minutes of the flight. And I launched in a local field where there was nothing around me, there was no obstacles, there was definitely nobody around. It was a very safe environment, I would say. And I just got that all of a sudden aircraft signal interference, and then the signal completely dropped out with a weak signal, adjust antennas, and then I got the black screen with a aircraft. Well, I can't quite remember because I didn't record my screen. It was either aircraft not connected or RC not connected. Either way, I got a black screen with some red writing at the top. Red and black, when they're together with a loss of signal, alarm bells start ringing. So I had to fly the drone manually back to where I was, and I never lost sight of the drone. That's one thing I did learn, and I would recommend to any new pilots: always keep your drone in the line of sight. So knowing what I knew, don't let it out of your sight. Second time around, I took it up again the day after, and I took it for a little, walk around the block, where it went a little bit further, and again, but this time after about 7 or 8 minutes, I was getting a little bit more confident, and again, I lost connection. But this time the app completely went down. So I had to go back into my home screen. I was a little bit less panicky than the first time, because I thought, well, this has happened again. Just don't panic. And I opened up the app again, and it found connection. I've just flew it home straight away, got it down, and it was as if nothing happened. I pressed the return to home on the app, and it went up to its safe altitude, returned to home, dropped straight down. And then the third time, I listened to a bit more advice. Again, I did a bit more research, and calibrated the compass, calibrated the gimbal, all these sorts of things that I thought would reset any problems. And it happened for a third time. This time I was over water. I was flying this over the floods that we'd had, because I wanted to do a bit of investigative journalism, really, because the floods we've had in Worcester have been really bad. And the signal cut out, this time for 3 or 4 seconds, and then came straight back on. I didn't want to take any chances of it happening again, and I flew it home, and it landed straight away. But this is a problem that, as a new pilot, you don't really anticipate happening, because you're quite in your honeymoon period with it, and everything's brilliant about it. You can't imagine any problems happening, and things do happen. So if you do get this drone, I mean, it's the first couple of days of February 2020, so you never know, a new firmware update might be released very soon, or an app update. So this problem could be a thing of the past. Let's hope it is. If you know of any quick fixes or anything, I mean, I've still got the drone in my hand. I haven't lost it. It hasn't landed in water or anyone else's back garden or anything like that. So I've still managed to retain that connection and get it back. If anybody knows why it's happening, please let me know, because it's driving me a little bit mad. I want this thing to go a little bit further afield, and I want to stretch the legs on it. But obviously, until these problems stop happening, I'm not going to do that, because I don't have the confidence to do that. That being said, this drone, you probably already know the specs about it. It's really quite impressive. The 4K video is really nice. I haven't experienced any gimbal shifts or any drifting or anything like that yet, or anything that's noticeably bad. If you're a photographer like I am, and you're expecting this to absolutely blow your socks off, then I'm going to manage your expectations now and tell you that's not going to happen. If you've been used to shooting 30 megapixel RAW stills, this thing will not blow your socks off. Yeah, you can apply a couple of presets to it to make it look a bit better than it is, but it's not amazing. The stills are okay, but nothing groundbreaking. For me, the video is a lot better than the stills, but that's something that I'm gonna, you know, as I said, I want to stretch the legs of this drone a little bit further in the future when I get a bit more comfortable with it. So if you are a new pilot or a seasoned pro, let me know your experiences with the OcuSync 2.0. Let me know why you think this is happening. I've done a bit of research myself, and it could be anything from the port of my phone being potentially not 2020. There could be some interference between that and the controller of the actual. Could be the cable, could be the port of my phone that's causing the problem. Could be the antennas that I'm not facing exactly towards it. It could be a plethora of problems, but this is something that new pilots need to be aware of. It's not as easy and straightforward as maybe those amazing drone videos would have you believe. There are problems with it, and DJI do need to sort this out, because, well, let's just hope, you know, there won't be any really big problems for anybody, you know, further down the line, including me. I really hope there's not. But thanks very much for watching this video. If you're new around here, do give me a subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, and do give me a like. Again, massively appreciated. And I'll see you on the next video, whatever that may be about. I don't quite know yet. But thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far, listening to me ramble, and I'll see you soon. See you soon. I just said that. Bye.
Since I've seen the sun could be bright again.